Torah. This year is entitled The Guide to the Perplexed regarding the Har Habayit. We spent many shiurim on this topic. This is actually number 157 in our series on Har topic. And to me, it is well worth the investment of time and effort. It's going to usher in my opinion, the next chapter in Jewish history. 200 mitzvahs are waiting to be done and performed. That's right. We're a third of our mitzvahs that are missing, connected to the Mikdash. So we spent a lot of time, and I'd like to just give an overview of some of the major topics that we reviewed and looked into. First, the question, is this something that we should be involved in, Har Habayit, the Mikdash? Should we just wait from Shemayim? So there are many mitzvot that apply now, in my opinion. And Shechto Sidra we should be pursuing it. Mitzvah Kivosh, conquering it, taking it back from our enemies. Tefillah, which technically it's not legal according to the police up there, but we certainly are unofficially allowed to say our tefillah, certainly in our heart, and we could say tefillah as well if there's a big crowd, they're not watching exactly what you're doing. In tefillah, there's no tefillah, no makom tefillah like the Har Habayit. So therefore, we explored the topic and we said that it is proper for one to go up and be involved in this mitzvah of kivush haaretz and tefillah, and making it clear that it's a chil Hashem to allow the goyim to stay there, and we are going to take it back. Then there's the technical issues that we've been involved in. So now we decided it's a proper mitzvah to go up, and anyone who follows a rav who says to go up, then it's a mitzvah to go up. If a person's rav says not, then that's something else. You cannot go up. The next question is where to go. So of course, it's pashut from the halachic standpoint. Person is allowed to go up onto the Har Habayit area if he can identify where the Har Habayit is, as long as the person is no longer tamei. Tumat yotzei min haguf means a woman who's a nidah, a man is a balkeri. So that can be taken care of, like a woman, of course, take care of her status of nidah and counts as shiva nekiyim, goes to the mikvah, and then she's allowed up on the Har Habayit, and a man is allowed up on the Har Habayit once he takes care of the tum'ah. Of course, one's only allowed to Har Habayit and not into the Azara area, the Azara Yisrael, Ezra Kohanim from the Torah, it's Kares. Ezra Nashim and Nachel is a Drabanan prohibition for anyone who is Tamei Mate, since we have no Paraduma now, so no one could go up to that area. For those involved and the experts in the area, assume that the raised platform, that is prohibited area, and then the other areas around it, that's Har Habayit. And therefore, once one takes care of the Tumah, even though they are still have the category of Tumah Met, so you cannot go to the Azara, but they go to the Har Habayit. Regarding a woman going, there are different opinions, even those who are pro men going, like Rav Leor and Rav Nachman, but I would say women should not go because it could get confusing. There's different variables involved, even though they're much more well versed with the halachot of mikveh than men are. Still, there's new categories that come up here. After a woman has relations, so then there's a tahara process that's needed for that. That, according to many poskim, that takes 72 hours. So that means it's a different halacha totally than the men. The man, anytime they decide to go up, they're going to all go up together in 4 days from now. Fine, they'll go to the mikveh 5 in the morning and go up. A woman's not so simple to plan. Maybe she just had relations the night before, and then it's not so simple according to everyone that she could go and mitahar herself by the morning. So for this and other reasons, Rav Leor would say that women should not go, while other poskim say no. Mitzvahs, the woman should be involved in the Mishkan as well. They were so involved in the original Mishkan, so they should be involved in the new one and getting ready for the third Mikdash. And they should go. My humble opinion is that a woman, it is a great mitzvah for a woman to go as well. And the only one not is a single woman who was never married. In my humble opinion, best to wait till she gets married to be involved in that whole process of b'dikot and checking herself and all that. The first time to be involved, at least at this point in history, is for her marriage, and then after that, to be involved in the Aliyah for Har Habayit as well. So we discussed the whole concept of going to Har Habayit is a good thing or not. In my opinion, there's many positive reasons one should go. How can we go with Tameh? No, you can go to Har Habayit when you're Tameh mate, as long as you take care of the other Tumah. What about a woman? So there's different opinions. My humble opinion is a woman could and should go, except for a single girl who was never married. And then, what about a bracha? So Rav Lior says not to make a bracha because you're going to make a bracha on the mikvah. And then the Waqf will tell you, no, we're closing it up today, you can't go. So there's a few reasons that one could make a bracha not like the reason Rav Lior offers. So mitzias, the facts are more and more person goes to the mikvah and goes up. And the days of just closing down anytime they feel like it, Baruch Hashem, getting less and less and less. And therefore, you have a good assumption that when you go to the mikveh, it's going to result in going up to the Har Habayit. Another reason is Rav Tzadok HaKohen, based on the Ritva and other Shitot, and Rav Ariel's son, Rav Azariah Ariel, says that the very act of matar, being matar yourself in the mikveh, that's a bona fide act. A ma'aseh mitzvah right then and there. And you make a bracha on that mitzvah. So as long as it's a possibility that you're going to go up. So that's a proper machshir. And he learns that from the Ritva, because the Ritva says you wash your hands, yadayim, you make a bracha, and then the bread is missing, so someone took it away. So you better go find some more bread. But you can't find the bread you like. Yeah, but you have to find some bread to make a bracha on to salvage the bracha on yadayim. He says, no, you made a bracha, and you made a bracha in the right framework to matar yourself in your hands, and it was realistic you're going to go. So that bracha is not levatala. It was a proper bracha of tahara on the yadayim, and so too a bracha of tahara on the guf. So those are four main categories that we've covered over the series of shiurim. Number one, is it a proper thing, a mitzvah to go up or not? And in my humble opinion, is a great, great mitzvah. In all due respect to those holy rabbis that say it's not a point in our history, or of course, kares, what's going to lead to the problems, I don't see it that way. Respectfully disagree, and hold like the Gedolim that say it's a mitzvah to go up. Number two, how can you go with Tameh? You have to know. Halachas of Har Habayit, one can go in the Tameh Met as long as they remove the status of Tumah Yotzei Melaguf, which we could do. Regarding women, there are different opinions. In my humble opinion, women could and should go. It's a great mitzvah. Just the one exception, the girl's not married yet. And number four, a bracha. In my humble opinion, one should make a bracha on the mikvah if they are status of Tumah. If a man went on a Sunday, and then 4 days later he goes again, and he does not have tumat keri, so he can't make a bracha on the mikvah in such a case. But if he is going from the status of a bal keri to the status of tahor, so now that's allowing him to go up, then he could and should make a bracha in such a case. A woman, on the other hand, when she goes from status of nida to tahara, would make a bracha, but if she went to mikvah and then she goes a couple of nights later, not because of nida, but because of she had relations with her husband, so she would go up in that case, but without a bracha, because not everyone agrees that she even needs the tefillah in the first place. So that would be the halacha regarding bracha. So those are the four main categories that we've covered over the series of shiurim, and this is just a synopsis of those four halachot. Shalom.